Well, I've served so many years in the military and other work and been involved in the community. And in my youth, I remember the adults that had given time to help run programs that were meaningful to me. I may not choose those same programs, but when I retired, I found I had the time to make a difference in some ways. And the biblical basis of being a good neighbor to people and showing mercy, comforting those that are afflicted, is a strong calling to do that. And I found that I had the opportunity through the Salvation Army to become involved in emergency disaster services. And that's one of the areas I've chosen to be a major volunteer work, and I found it very rewarding, and I think maybe something that has added to the lives of people in need. Particularly in the emergency disaster services with the Salvation Army, it was my 12-day opportunity to deploy to New Orleans following Hurricane Katrina just a month later. I was a member of a team of 5 from Indianapolis that joined about 300 volunteers in Laplace, Louisiana. And we were able to take food service kitchens and canteens, about 35 of them we had there. But a team of 5 or 6 or 7 would take a canteen into an area that had just been opened to people coming back to the houses for the first time. And we had a chance to see that being there and having food and beverage and someone to talk to and listen to give them an opportunity to tell their story gave them hope, and you could see the smiles come on their faces, and you could see that they then were taking care of their neighbors even more. It was a profound experience to see that 300 people, I guess you'd call it, just doing simple services had that major effect on that whole community. It's a powerful thing to be involved in. We use that term in our education training courses for Introduction to Disaster Services because it captures the soul and the heart of what the Salvation Army services, disaster services really mean. It's kind of what I've just talked about. It's being there at a time of need. Through God's grace, you have some opportunity to be a good neighbor to those in need, in the sense of the Good Samaritan. You can be there, listen to a story, help a person in a time of need, and give them that hope that you think then they will share with others as well. What I found is taking the opportunity to tell stories. I had 10 or 15 stories of people who shared their thoughts of how they'd found things that they recovered from their home. And they lost most everything, but they found one of the most precious things, like their fine china. And to see that hope come to their eyes and say they'll have this for the rest of their lives now. You can come back and tell other people that story. And those people will find that they may find a similar calling, either in disaster services or in being a good neighbor in the Good Samaritan sense of being a good neighbor. With lots of people, and it becomes sort of like the loaves and fishes where Jesus fed thousands, that this little part of life opens up a door, and other people give, and other people give, and other people give, and I've seen the results of that somewhat in the limited things that our Salvation Army team has been able to do, most recently in Indiana during the floods. What kind of hope you could bring to people. And those who say, my goodness, I was there when the Salvation Army came somewhere, and I've been giving every year since then to a campaign or to support others. But they become involved in their lives financially and operationally. And it's a rewarding thing to see that expansion grow.